Andy, hello, welcome to Yogs Talk English channel. I'm actually making videos in my Telugu channel as a lot of people are requested me to make videos in English. So that is why I'm making every single video in both versions, English separate and Telugu separate. If anybody want to watch the same video in Telugu, the link is in the description. You can go and watch. So today in this video, I just wanted to cover the people are visiting to United States. More or less is the same procedure for every country. But my aim to cover the United States visitors, parents, or like if you are going to see your sister or your brother, or like you're going to see your son. So what is the questions that they will ask in the interview? So I made all this around 13, 14 questions. I will give all these questions in the description. You can just go through and keep the documents with you before you go for the interview. This video may be a bit longer than 20 minutes. If you are interested, you can watch because I cannot make very short video on this as that I covered around 13 questions in this video. Okay, and my sincere request, please subscribe to my channel because I'm going to give you a lot of videos on this immigration, UK immigration, US immigration, and so many other things that I will cover. So subscribe before you watch my video, please, because if you subscribe and if you give me a like, this video reach to the many other people. There are a lot of people wanted to know the exact information, what is going on. So I'm trying to give as much as the information as I know. So if you give me a thumbs up, this video will reach more audience. Okay, without wasting time now, let's dive into the question and answer session. Actually, before you go to the consular interview, so you prepared certain things. First of all, keep the hard copy of every single document that what the application form, your children or whoever that invitees details and everything. Don't keep anything in the phone and don't trust the phone because the phones are not allowed inside the embassy. When you go into the embassy, after the security check, they will ask you to put everything into the locker. So if you have any documents in the phone that you wanted to show, there is no way that you can show. So keep the hard copy, keep the paper copy with you. And there are a lot of denials and rejections is going on at the moment. And there are so many things happening in the port of entry. So visitor visa is very hard to get at the moment. So that is the reason you have to be prepared for every single question what they ask you to answer. Okay. Right. The first question what they ask you is like, what is your purpose of visit? So you should mention in case if you are going to see your son, for example, right? Or your daughter. If they are a pregnant, don't say that they are a pregnant, I'm going to look after them. That comes under the domestic worker. Means like if your daughter is a pregnant or a daughter-in-law, for example, it may be a pregnant. Okay, she's a pregnant, I'm going there to help her. That comes under domestic work. So you can mention that if they are a pregnant, you can say, my daughter is a pregnant, so I'm just going to see my granddaughter or grandson, whoever it is, soon she's going to deliver the baby. So I am going to see my grandson or whatever is my grandchildren. And you can also mention that I want to spend some time with my children and then I wanted to go around and visit America. You can say, I'm going to stay with my son. At the same time, I wanted to cover some places to look around. Next one, who will spend for your visit? So this is very important. In case if you have money that you can spend for your visit, you have to show the bank statement along with that money that you have. I mean, maybe let's say if you are going 6 months, for example, for that 6 months, you want to spend your own money. In case if you are not going to your son or daughter, you want to visit the country. If you want to visit the country, there may be hotels and then food and so many other things that you have to cover. You need to show enough proof of funds in your account, and there is a card for each account, like debit card to use that money. If that money is in your account, how are you going to use it? So you cannot simply take the cash and show to them. So you have to show so and so money that I have in my bank account. And lot of people are making a mistake. You know what they are doing? Before they're going into the interview, let's say they're going to interview today, the day before, someone else is transferring the money to their account. If you show the bank statement, obviously they can recognize that purposely you are transferring the money for the interview. So don't do that. Maintain the funds for last 3 months or at least 2 months, so that they will know that these people are prepared for their travel, for their duration of the stay in America. Okay, and show them proof of funds. If you have a fixed deposit, obviously you can show, I have a fixed deposit, I will cancel that and I will take that money when by the time I leave, and this is my debit card, I can use this debit card in America. Okay, so the next one is, when are you planning to travel? I mean, tell the exact dates. Like in DSC 160 application form, you will fill, right? Like when you fill up your application form, I'm going to leave, I'm going to go there March 25th or April 5th or whatever the dates that you put it. So that form, once you someone, I mean, this is where the problem is actually. Most of them are depending on the agents to fill the form. Okay. DS 160 application form, as soon as you fill up, or someone else fill up for you, or your son fill up for you, or whoever they fill the form, you take a copy. Just go to the Xerox center, take a Xerox copy. So when you go for an interview, you will know every single detail that they ask you. Most of the questions they will ask you from the form. Okay, then if you put like March 5th or March April or something in DS 160, when they ask you in the interview, you say some other dates, there may be a chance of rejecting. So tell the exact dates what you written in the form. Okay. Next one is the passport and visa copy of the person who inviting you to the America, if it is your son or your daughter. So keep that passport copy with you. And very important thing here, you need to make a note. Actually, some H1B visa holders, their stamping, I mean, how do they recognized by form I-797 copy and the H1 stamping in the passport. So once they landed in America, sometimes their visa will expire. If they want extension, they have to obviously come back to India, get it stamped and go back. So not many people won't turn up for that because in case if they reject it, they cannot go back to United States. So what happens in the passport, visa is expired, but that is not the final proof. In case visa is expired, so you still take that passport copy, visa copy, and copy of the I-797 if it is a H1B holder, or if it is a F1 holder. There is a legal copy of the whatever the visa status they are in L1 or H1, or so that copy you have to have it in your hand. So you can, in case if they ask you, okay, your visa is expired, right? So along with the passport, you must carry the document of the person status. And the next question they will ask you, okay, let's say if your son is in America, you're going to visit your son. Tell me what visa status they are in. Then you started thinking about it, because some people, actually some of them goes on a F1 visa. Once they completed their education, they will then move to OPT, then they will then move to H1. This is general process. Or in between directly they can get into the H1. But most of the parents, I mean the very well educated parents, to understand this. But if some uneducated parents, they don't much concentrate on this process of the visas, and they don't literally understand, like example of farmers. Or so if your parents are coming or you're going to your son, ask exactly what visa status they are on. Are they on F1? Are they on L1? Are they on H1? Are they have a green card? So the exact status of the visa, so they will ask you. The next one is okay, address. State and address. Actually, sometimes it's hard to pronounce some state names, city names, and addresses. So what you do is just write it with you in one paper, of the person exact address. And also you need to book the, if they ask you this question, like, did you book the flight tickets? Sometimes, what, most of the visitors, they don't book the flight tickets, because if you don't get the visa, it's a waste of money, right? You don't get full amount refund. That is the reason they don't book the flights. So what you can do is you can block the dates in some of the websites, that they will give you 3 days, or some of them 1 week, or some of them 24 hours. So you block the dates before you go to the interview, and you will get that copy, itinerary copy. In that you will have your name and the airport that you're leaving from, and the airport, let's say Hyderabad to Chicago, Hyderabad to Texas, or Hyderabad to London, like that. So that matches with your, I mean, it's kind of a good document to keep it with you. Okay. So, and make sure you book the ticket to the nearest airport of the address where you fill up in the DS-160 form. I tell you why. Let's say you have written your son address is in Texas, but you plan to go to your daughter in Chicago. Imagine if you have a daughter and son in America. Most of the people have two children in America. One is this side, one is this side. So they will plan to visit, 3 months there, 3 months there. So that is perfectly fine. But you written the address of your son, but your travel ticket you booked to your daughter Chicago. So when you get to the port of entry, they will ask you, so you written this address and why you come to Chicago? You're supposed to go to nearest airport, Texas. So there may be a chance of rejecting. So what you can do is, like, you book the ticket, or if you are planning to visit your daughter first, use that address. So that is a beneficial for you. You don't get visa rejected in that situations. So the next thing is income details of the invitee. Whoever is your son inviting you, or is your daughter inviting you, or your sister inviting you, whoever invites you to America, have their bank statements and pay slips. So make sure you carry at least 3 months of the previous bank statement and pay slips, and their proper address, which you filled up in your DS-160 form. And if they ask you how many days you're going to stay, and you can say like 2 months or 3 months, or don't just say 1 week, 10 days, because you're doing a long travel and you're just going there for 1 week, 10 days. You can say, just say 2 months or 3 months. So the next question is, when did you last seen your invitee? Okay. There is a chance of rejecting in this tricky question. If your son and daughter visited this month, for example, March, in India, they come to India, and you're applying a visit visa after 2 months. So there may be a chance that they will ask you why you are going there. I wanted to see my son and daughter. I want to spend time with them. They're already here a couple of months back. Are you missing them? So there may be a chance that they can ask you. In that situation, you can tell them, it's not we are missing them. We wanted to spend time with them, and we wanted to visit America. So my main motto is to visit America because my children is there. So I'm going to stay with them. So next question, what they will ask you is, which places that you wanted to cover. So you can tell some places, like Niagara or Florida in Disney, and make sure you select the places nearest to your address. Don't tell like, I want to cover that side, I want to cover this side, and I mean, within 2 months, how many places we can see. So, and the travel time, like, if you are going by drive, your son is taking you in the car. Sometimes you can drive 10 hours or 11 hours and stay in the hotel and see Niagara, and then you can come back to different place. So tell 3-4 places which you are interested to see, that is nearest to your location where you are staying. Next one is, the important thing is your financial status. That's where actually a lot of people are rejected. Why? If you are financially not good enough, means that they think, one, either you are going there to do some work and make money, two, you may not turn back, and three, you are vulnerable to the United States government because you are not financially enough. You may not spend your own money in your visit. Such situations, you can say like, my son is looking after, my daughter is looking after. It's fine. But the question is, if you are financially not sound enough, there may be a chance that they think in a different way. So show exact proof if you have a shop or you have a business or you are a retired employee or you are a government employee or any type of, you have a property. Let's say you don't have anything, you're a farmer. Okay. Show them, I have farmland, these many acres. I have to come here to look after my farm, so that I'm going to spend some time with my son and then I'll come back. In that situation, sometimes they may ask you how many acres of land you have. I have 5 acres, 10 acres, whatever that exactly you have in the documents, you can mention it. Okay. But show the proper evidence that you will definitely come back to India. That's exactly they are thinking, that you are going to stay back or you're going to stay there and do some work. Okay. So show financial proof properly. That's very, very important. That is a strong thing for your application. If there is any issues in that, obviously you will easily get rejected. And if your income proof, you must carry your bank statements. If you are a retired employee that you are getting some money into bank, generally you will get paid, right? Sure, you carry 3 months of bank statements and your pay slips as well. Along with the bank statements, you carry your pay slips. If you are a business owner, how, where that money going into your account? Like if you have a medical shop, for example, every month you will get some money, or every day you deposit some money into the account. So you carry some accounts. If you are a business owner, maybe there are some accounts, right? You will submit to the accounts department. You carry some of the accounts for the proof of your application. Okay, the next question, actually, if your wife and husband are attending the interview, that they may ask this question to the wife. Okay, how many children you have and what is their profession, where they settled? Give the exact details, like you are married or unmarried, or like, let's say if your elder son is in America and another son is studying in university. I mean, that kind of details, actually. If they are married, like a son and daughter, both of them married, both of them are staying in America. So give the exact details so that there is no confusion in case if they check your application, or they think yes, okay, because they are well. Let's say if your children are well settled, right, there may be chance of getting visa very easy, because they can look after you. Or once are settled, once are not settled, there may be so many things that they will think before before they give you the visa. Okay, tell exactly what is your relation. um, okay, the last thing, if your son and daughter is inviting you, then no problem. But some people will invite, like, brothers and sisters. In case of your sister is inviting you, how do you prove that she is a sister? The sister surname is changed after getting married, and if you are married, your surname is also changed. So you have to have some proof to show that she is my sister, like a marriage certificate. In marriage certificate, sometimes we can write, prior to marriage this name, after marriage this name. So the passport name is changed. Some sort of proof, either a 10th class certificate or some proof for you and for your sister. So both surnames are matching to prove that definitely she is my sister, or definitely she is my brother. Okay, this is for the siblings who are traveling. And chances of getting visa, if you are a immediate relatives, like your son, daughter, brother, sister. Other than that, if you are visiting somebody, like my friend is there, he invited me, I wanted to go there, chances of getting visa is very less compared to that situations. Okay, most of the questions are covered. Yeah, just a quick recap. Make sure You remember the address what you written in the DS-160. If someone else written the DS-160 for you, keep a copy of it. Any questions they will ask you, you just without taking panic, without hesitating, just to give a clear answer to them. And if you don't know English, you can ask for a translator. They will then give you translators. At the moment, there are a lot of rejections in visit visas, and at the port of entry, so many people are, I mean, couple of recently I've seen two cases. One of the German visitor arrested in America by ICE. I mean, there is no criminal record on him and everything is clean. Why they have detained, no one knows. So many things is happening at the moment. So please be careful and carry every single document and answer the question properly, whatever they ask you. So there may be a chances of getting a visa. Okay, I've covered most of the points. If you think this video is helpful, please share with some other people as well, so that helps others. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.